Susie, that Sarah was now the host. Oh, it's recording.
Got it. Good afternoon to everybody in the UK and Ireland and Europe, and good morning to everybody in California, and good day to you in the middle of the country. And geez, it's getting complicated. Afternoon, I guess, in the East Coast. You're all very welcome to our call today, Alone Together with McLean Meditation Institute. My name is Suzi von Mensenkampff. I'm a MMI teacher. I'm on the faculty and as a course advisor as well for the teachers in training. Very happy to be here. Happy to be guiding these meditations as we come to the end of week 5. 5 weeks has flown in my view. And if you're new to the call, you're more than welcome. And if you are on a phone and you want to put in the password is peace, all lowercase, to join the call. And as we come to the end of this week, I was thinking about what to do today, and I'm looking at, it's from Chopra actually, but when we look at life as being this, look at ourselves as being multi-dimensional, and it's part of our training from the Primordial Sound Mantra meditation. So the Primordial Sound Mantra meditation from Chopra is just that each person is given their own personal mantra, which is based on their date of birth, the time of their birth, and the location of their birth. So what happens then is a mantra which is personal to you based on your date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth is calculated using like Vedic science, like a mathematics, because it's connected to the position of the moon at that time and in that place. And then they give you this small, like maybe 3 or 4 syllable mantra, which is what you use in your meditation practice. So it's like a personal mantra. So just so that I give you some background in terms of what is a primordial sound meditation teacher about, like, so that's what that is. But when we teach meditation from that background, we talk about it comes from the ancient text, obviously. Like, it's not like Deepak developed all this by himself. He didn't. It's how they've adapted from, say, the TM organization to the Chopra Center, and all of it is with the grace and guidance of the Shankaracharya in India. But what we teach is about, we're made up of these 3 bodies, like your physical body, your mental body, and your causal body. And it's kind of a nice way to see ourselves. So the physical body is made up of like the environment that you're in. Ken discussed fear again, you take about several weeks ago. Oh, sorry, I'm just reading the message. Okay, yeah, sure. We can talk about that at the end of after the practice, I think would be good. Sarah has just made a point about what we'll talk about afterwards. But just to talk about there's all of these parts of us, what makes us multidimensional. As I was saying, there was the physical, the personal body, and then your energy body. And then the next part is your mind, which is made up your mind, your intellect, and your ego. And then the last part is your the causal body, which is your personal soul, the collective soul, and then the universal soul. So we see it like we have, say, 6 layers on one level of ourselves, the mind and the physical body and the environment. And then we have that other part that comes under the causal. And that's really, how do we tap into that? We tap into it by going into our meditation. And what we do is we transcend from the physical and the mental, which is where we are physically meeting here and now, to bring our mind into like a more still point and coming into our center. And it's in the center that we connect with, what you could call your own personal soul. And the personal soul then can connect to the collective soul. And we talk about this often when we, in our meditation, will fill ourselves up from the heart level. And then we feel full to overflowing to share it out with the, with the collective soul, so to speak. and noticing that we're all in this, we're all interconnected, this kind of universality of who we are. So it's just what it can help when you're learning about meditation is it kind of gives you like a map of the territory, and it can help you see yourself in all of those various disguises, all those koshas or those layers. You know, you need all parts, all 9 layers are part of who we are. So some people go through their lives and they never meditate, and they never really travel down into that part, you know, that individual, collective and universal soul and spiritual part. So how do we go there? We go in by going in and being quiet and using a mantra and using our breath and becoming still and silent and touching on that little aspect of who we are. So there's nothing like feeling the experience and going into the experience rather than hearing about it. I think it's good to have both parts. It's good to hear about a little map of the territory as you're going in. It gives you some sort of context for what the experience that you have when you do this practice. So I want you to just we're going to just explore that in the course of the meditation today, just to feel those layers or those multidimensional aspects of who we are. So we're going to get comfortable, we're going to get cozy. We're going to support ourselves whatever way we need physically, uncross our feet, our hands. And then once everything is taken care of and you feel safe and secure, I invite you to close your eyes. And if you don't feel comfortable closing your eyes, you can just cap your eyelids with a downward gaze. So I want you to feel really safe. I want you to feel secure in this practice. Well, I'll hold the space for the next 20 minutes as we go into it. And just imagining yourself now as this multidimensional being. As we start to draw our awareness in, just becoming aware of your physical environment, that's one part of it. Feel the physical environment now that holds you and supports you. Feel safe and secure there. And then becoming aware of the next layer of who you are, your personal self. That's your physical body. So just notice your physical body now and just feel into it and feel, is there anywhere that I'm holding any tension? And if there's anything that you want to release, just ease yourself gently, making any adjustments, micro adjustments that you need to make. And then moving into that energy body. Just, even though you can't see your energy body, just feel like, how is your energy feeling right now? Do you feel tired? Do you feel energized? Do you feel clear? And just connecting with that energetic source, with your energy body. And then we move into the layers of the mind, the subtle layer of the mind. Just notice your mind now for a few minutes. Is your mind busy? Is it active? And just try and distance yourself a little bit from the thoughts, noticing them coming and going. Notice the other level of the mind, the level of your intellect. And the level of the ego, the ahankara, the part of you that you've really created yourself, your individual aspect of who you are. And we're just seeing each part and then letting it go. And become aware now of your breathing. Just check in, how am I breathing? Are you breathing shallow? Is it up at the top of your chest? Is it fast? Uneven? And just by gently keeping all of your attention now on your breath, just allow it to settle naturally without trying to force it in any particular way. You can take a long, slow, deep breath in now if you wish, filling up your belly. And as you release the breath, as you exhale, just allow your shoulders now to soften, moving away from your ears. Allow your physical body to become heavy and relaxed. And then let's return to following our breath. And notice where the breath enters your body, around your nose. And let's breathe through our nose for the rest of the practice, if it's comfortable for you. So you can softly close your mouth, relax your facial muscles now, and relax your jaw. And just meet the breath at the nostril opening. Following your breath all the way down. Notice now the subtle rise across your chest with each inhale. And the gentle fall as you exhale. Staying with this very subtle movement with each breath. And as your breath settles and deepens, meet your breath now across your chest, at the center of your heart, in a heart-centered practice, heart-centered breath. And however your attention drifts, simply keep coming back, following your breath, located at the center of your chest, where the lungs and the rib cage protect your heart. And maintaining your attention at your heart, ask your heart now, what do I need today? What do I need to give myself, to fill myself up today, and to care for myself? And we're going to do a mantra practice now. So you can give yourself through the mantra whatever it is you need today. Maybe you want to feel safe and secure. Maybe you want to feel more love or compassion. Maybe you want to feel more joy or more grounded and connected. Anything that you'd like to give yourself today, that's what we're going to do with our mantra today. Maybe you need to develop more trust today. Then the mantra would be, I trust. So choosing what feels good for you in this moment. And putting just the I before it. Saying in a positive, present moment tense. The short statement, giving yourself whatever it is you need. And practice this like a mantra. I trust. Or I am peaceful. Whatever you need today. We'll do this now for 2 to 3 more minutes silently. And go with whatever feels right for you. And as we release this part of the practice, let's go back to the qualities of the heart, the qualities of love and compassion. And imagine how you're filling yourself up for the next minute with love and compassion, resting in your own stillness and silence. Just feel the qualities and imagine them like a warm honey or a bright light filling you up from the center of your chest. And imagine it now filling you as it moves out across all of the channels of your body, all the way out to the tips of your toes, tips of your fingers, to the top of your head. And bathe yourself now in those qualities of your heart for the next minute, basking in these qualities, basking in your own stillness and silence, your true nature. And now imagine as you're filling up, you're expanding those qualities out into the cosmos, out into the universe. And imagine all 47 of us on this call today are interconnected now. And as a collective, we're pulsating with that qualities of our heart, with that love and with that compassion. Just feel the connection between everybody who's meditating with you now, right here in this moment. Feel the collective intention and feel the ripple that's going out across the world from this collective. And let's send it out wherever it's needed, trusting that it'll land wherever it's needed. And let's hold this space for one more minute, feeling that interconnection, feeling that universality. And then begin to gradually draw your awareness back into your own individual space, into your own heart, into your own center of your chest, into your individuated soul self, feeling centered and feel filled up. Just scanning your body now, from the top of your head, your face, your neck, your throat. Feel the qualities of the practice across your shoulders, down both arms, all the way down into your hands, down the back of your body and the front, and then down both of your legs, all the way to the soles of your feet. And as you bring your awareness into the physical body, Just start becoming aware as we begin to bring the practice to a close of your space right here, right now, in this moment, and the power of your ripple and our connection. Let's take a long, slow, deep breath in as we draw the practice to an end. And I invite you to stretch out your arms and just move gently into your space that you occupy. And as you exhale, drawing your hands together in front of your heart in a prayer position, press the thumbs gently, connecting with your breastbone, connecting with the center of your heart, center of your chest. Let's take a bow to ourselves for showing up for our practice today, and also taking a bow to each other for the collective that we now know and have shared with. Taking another long, slow, deep breath in. And as you exhale this breath, you can relax your hands and begin by gently opening your eyes when you feel good and ready to. So there's no rush. I want you to come out nicely and gently. And just feel how you feel now at the end of the practice. Really register how you feel in your physical body. And maybe feel the difference between when we started the practice and we invited in to see, what did I need to give myself today? You know, do you notice how we can really look after ourselves with this? This is a really radical act of self-care that we show up to do every day together. And we can tune in and find out, what do I need more of? And then we can give that to ourselves. So just taking the time you need as you come out of the practice. What I did was, my intention anyway, was that when we were going into the heart, to give you another part of the, you know, that picture of the multidimensional humans that we are. We go into the individuated soul, we fill that up, we connect with the collective soul, you know, by connecting with all the people that we were in the practice with. And then we expanded ourselves out into the universal. And, you know, it's like we go into the state of what we call this expanded awareness, and we can really share that out. But then it's really important to bring it all back in and really feel, you know, connected and grounded and fully returned to your physical body. So I want to make sure that you feel fully grounded, fully connected back in. And I would love if anybody has anything they'd like to share. Unmute yourself, the floor is yours. And if you don't want to share, that's okay.
Hi, Susie. It's Linda, California.
Hi, Linda.
Thank you so much for that practice. I felt immediately as we were going in, I began to feel centered in the middle of love. And then when we got to the universal part and you said to share with our collective, I felt all these lines connecting us all. And then when you said to share out, I felt all these lines pinging out all over the world, just pinging out love, ping, ping, ping. It was very visual and very fun. Thank you.
Oh, good. Beautiful share. Thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Anybody else?
I'm Carol in Washington, and the trust was wonderful. I just kept saying I trust because that has been an issue for me, and I felt my whole crown chakra open up. I mean, huge, and all this stuff came pouring in, and I got completely safe and relaxed, and I experienced trust. So thank you for that.
Wow, thanks for sharing that, Carol. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think, you know, we can guide meditations with all sorts of different intentions, but I think it's really powerful when you get to know a group to give the opportunity just to, for each individual to feel into it, like, well, what do I need? And when you ask, something will come. Whatever you need will come, and how we can give that to ourselves with by giving it our attention, I guess, you know, so that's beautiful. Cool.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
This is Rena. Thank you. I'm in Florida, and also trust and gratitude. I've been really trying to extend the ripples to our newborn granddaughter across the pond in the UK, and the family is struggling, and so all I can do is to allow the ripples to cross the ocean and touch them and everyone collectively and universally. So again, it's a comforting reminder to practice, practice, practice. Thank you.
It is. Thank you for sharing that. And I think especially at the moment when you're not in the physical presence of people that you love and care about, and that maybe you are a little bit concerned about, you know, you can really go into that stillness and silence, cultivate what you want to send them. And I really do believe in the power of that that intention and the ripple of that, you know, intention, and then the power of the collective behind it as well. It really is tangible. And I see that Juanita wrote that she did a random act of kindness by giving the postman money yesterday, because apparently the US post office is under siege. I'm not sure what that actually means, but it doesn't sound great. So that was really nice of you to do that, Juanita. Anybody else like to share anything?
I'm wondering if I'm being heard. Can you hear me?
Can hear you now, yeah?
Okay, good, because nothing's, yeah, okay. I just also wanted to say that it was a wonderful meditation this morning for me. And my ego, it was really funny when you went to this ego level, my ego was saying, oh yes, I created, and it's like, now you can let go of that. It's like, oh, right. That's really this funny experience. And so then, you know, then I moved on, and but at the end, it was like the other day when we did this, you know, through the whole universe, it was like this golden net that went out, and today it was more purple. So I had this deep, deep, deep purple that was just kind of enveloping everything, and that felt really like powerful. So yeah, a peaceful, deep connection this morning. Thank you.
Oh, good. Very nice. It's interesting how things change with each practice, I think, as well. Very nicely.
And I change also, you know, the circumstances, or, you know, and I, yeah, it's like, I keep thinking, oh, I'm not doing this. This is not happening. And then all of a sudden, you know, it's like, oh, we have to come out now. So something's happening. So thank you.
It's true, you know, it's very powerful. I think we forget how powerful we all actually are, you know, as individuals. I'm studying this other course, and I'm reading about the Indian Swami who had come, and he was part of like Hare Krishna movement, I think. I can't even say his name now, it's very long, I'm just studying the history of it. But like the point that Phil Goldberg made was that he really introduced America to becoming vegetarians, you know, and through his movement. And at the time in the 70s, there was about 1% of vegetarians, say, in America. And now when they did a survey in 2018, there's 5%. So, and people are just becoming more conscious of what they eat and everything. So, you know, these different things happen, and they just infiltrate in. And I think, you know, I've been looking at all the different Indian mystics that had come to America and to the West over the last, like, say, 100 years or whatever. And it's fascinating to see what they left behind, you know, the qualities, the practices, and how America has embraced them, and how Europe and England and even Ireland, which is hard to believe, have embraced certain parts, you know what I mean? Whatever, you know, feels like a good thing to do. The goodness of it, I think, you know, is what's remaining, despite everything else. So yeah, it's an ongoing process, I think, for all of us.
And I think that the first wave came through me also, and I was a vegetarian in the 70s and continued a little bit, but yeah, this whole thing has developed since the 70s, you know, on its own level. I mean, it's not like, I don't want to take a whole lot of time here, but there was one man that just really, another one that came from India was Hazrat Nayak Khan, who was just this amazing. He said, the only book we need to study is the book of nature. I thought, this works for me. But anyway, so just one of my teachers and guides too. He didn't live very long, but he left an incredible resource of wealth behind him. So yeah, amazing how how the world continues to evolve with us and through us. So, yeah.
Exactly. And like, you know, people from, yeah, go ahead. Who's that?
Oh, sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead, Kurt.
I just wanted to, you like knowing you've made a difference. In the Midwest, and I think everywhere, there are a lot of these drive-by parades. And today, Sue and I are participating in a collector car drive-by parade for a 25-year-old disadvantaged young man. His mother has asked. And so Sue has had me blowing up an inflatable palm tree to have sticking out the back of our computer, convertible. And I was huffing and puffing and huffing and puffing, and it became a chore. And so I relied on the word joyful. I needed to be joyful today. And in that 20-minute period, you completely converted me from doing something out of a sense of obligation to now I am as excited as she is, and I am going to be puffing and huffing and then participating in this parade for this birthday. So just know that you helped make that happen. Thank you.
Brilliant. Nice share, Kurt. And I can't wait to see, you'll have to keep that palm tree for tomorrow's meditation. I definitely want to see that for sure.
They do that. Thank you for the idea.
Yeah, you could just put it behind you, behind your chair there.
Yes. Great. Well, take care, and so long, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
You too. Thank you very much. I'm going to stop the recording there.
Thank you.
And yeah.